Alright, that was enough of that. I didn't realize the Gran Turismo music was also playing over it. My bad. Forgot to mute that source. Sorry if it fucked up the vibes for you. It didn't fuck them up for me, though. It still sounded nice and clear for me, so... Sounds like a you problem. Let me stop. How y'all doing? What's going on? I keep going to the wrong place. That's why I don't have the I don't have the replays pulled up yet. Because I keep pressing start to try to get to them, and then they're not there, and I go back, but then I do again. But I'm doing better. This is race 1. Okay, good. We're in the right place. Doug, Bar, Mickey. Oh, Tap. I didn't see that you said hey as well. What's going on, Tap? The gang is here. All right, let's get started. We're at Fuji International Speedway. Fun fact about Fuji, given the fact that it is called a speedway, but it is in fact a road course. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, typically speedway, specifically that term, is reserved for oval tracks, big NASCAR oval tracks. So Daytona International Speedway, right? I can't think of any other speedways, but you know what I mean. So Fuji obviously is not a speedway, but that was the plan when they first built Fuji. They were trying to do a big NASCAR style speedway. It was kind of the era where Japan was trying to get in and have their own NASCAR. In fact, Twin Ring Motegi, has an oval track, has a ring. That's where the ring comes from, right? It's in Japan, but it has an oval track because Japan is like, oh, we do get NASCAR. I don't know why. But Fuji was going to be a NASCAR track. And in fact, turn 1 of Fuji was a big banked turn 1 because they'd gotten that far. That front straight is very long. That front straight was going to be the front straight of the oval. And then turn 1 was a big NASCAR style banked turn until like the 70s or 80s or something. They reprofiled it into the turn that we know now. But if you actually go to Fuji, the banking of turn 1 is still there. It's kind of like a motorsport museum, like a tribute to the way it used to be. But anyway, the reason the dream was never realized is because, as you know, or I guess as I can show you, if we can pull up the map. Let's see if we can see the map. Oh, I didn't mean to completely exit. Yes, I did. Okay, so big long straight. Turn 1 would have done one of these situations right here, and then done this. And oh, I forgot, this final area here was also a big banked turn. It just banked uphill. But what happened was they ran out of money to make it NASCAR-like. All of this, the turning area, the infield area here, if you drive Fuji, you know it's hilly. It changes elevations a lot. And it would have cost too much money to make all of that level to make this into an oval speedway. And that's what happened. But in kind of tribute to what it should have been, they did make the final corner a big banked oval turn, but of course it goes uphill, as you know. Like, this whole area right here is uphill until you get back to the start finish straight. So that big bank also was uphill, but that's gone now and has replaced with this, as you can see. But yeah, Fuji Speedway, that's where the name comes from. All right, that's enough track history and nerding. If you ever get bored and want to look up tracks, I think, is it racetrackinfo.com? Something like that. It's one of my favorite websites. You have so much motorsport history that you can learn there. Let me take a look at y'all pretty faces. Look at the huge Fuji grandstands. I want to come here so bad. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Big for no reason. Long ass pit lane. I suppose we do have Daytona here, but I'm the Fuji front straight is longer than Daytona. I believe this whole straight is 1 mile, if I'm not mistaken. It's something ridiculous. But it's excellent. It is excellent. All right. That's our grid walk. We didn't talk about any of the cars. We talked about Fuji, but I mean Fuji. It's Fuji. It's Fuji. It's Fuji. Talladega Super Speedway. There you go, Talladega. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, we got Tap up front. Ooh, who got the false start? Oh, wait, I don't think y'all have false start check, do you? Maybe you do, but Happy got a very late start there, and so immediately loses the pack. Let me tell you, again, that big front straight, you don't want to lose the pack here. You don't want to lose that slipstream at Fuji, because you're going to have a hard time catching up with everybody outside of it. But Tap still leads coming through and headed into the infill portion. This is what I was talking about. Look at all of these curves. There isn't a single curve here that doesn't go up or downhill in this section of Fuji. So they would have had to move all the dirt to make all of this level. And they just ran out of money to do it. They just ran out of money, so they were like, well, guess it's a road course now. And thank God they did. Fuji has so much history. The World Endurance Championship used to come here, or rather its predecessor, whatever, the Le Mans Series, I can't remember the name of it, in the 60s and 70s, but lots of prototypes came and raced here. The famous Group 5 cars used to come here and race, and that led directly to what we know as Super GT, which is Japan's highest form of GT racing. They got their influence from the Group 5 cars. Remember, Group 5 cars were insane. Huge budget, giant wings, crazy body work, and that's what Super GT was known for quite some time. Of course, Super GT has since changed. It's now mostly a Group 3, a GT3 championship, rather. Back in the days, it was wild and crazy GT cars. And that's probably going to forever be its legacy. And that derives... Oh! Supra! Completely missed the braking. We're going to go back. We're going to go back. We got to see what happened. I think he just had a lot of slipstream, didn't realize what happened. We can talk more about Fuji and Super GT in a second. But I don't know why I was like keeping an eye on Supra. Something told me, I was like, somebody going to mess up here. I think it's going to be Supra. And look at it. Brakes very late. Look at how late he brakes. Look at Hair Razor ahead of him. You're going to see those tail lights go on. And then look how long it takes before Supra even reacts to that. On top of just the amount of slipstream he has. Now he brakes and he dives inside. Probably the wrong move, but luckily he misses everybody. Doesn't mess up anybody's race here. And now he's got to get back on track. He jumps back on just in front of 750. Having lost several positions there. So Supra down into 5th place. Tap still up front. Doug still following. Ooh, I did not put up the race weights. I didn't even screenshot them when Bar sent them to me so long ago. So let's grab those. Let's grab those. My fault. Also, the standings. Wow, I've been failing. Make sure we don't miss anything here, though. We got 750 all over Supra. Ooh, he cuts the hairpin real bad down at the bottom of the hill, and he gets a penalty, but he's taking care of it. He's gonna get rid of most of it, and let's see if he gets a good run here on Superboy out of this last corner. It's so important as you head into that very, very long straight that I told you about. You can watch the mileage on his car is gonna go up right underneath that gas gauge there, and it should go up by about a mile. Alright, we are saving the race weights image. 750, good job on the brakes there. He didn't get much closer to Supra, wasn't able to get much work on him in the slipstream though. And Supra gets a better turn 1. And so 750 is going to have to do some catching up again. Happy Pappy's racing all alone, way, way, way in the back. Just hasn't been with the pack since the start. Remember, he started, had a false start at the beginning of the race. Doug is under pressure by Bar and Hair Razor there, so Bar probably looking to get around Doug, but also afraid that Hair Razor might take advantage and grab the position from him. But they all are headed 3 wide down the hill into. I forgot that we had this Fuji layout where you don't take the chicane at the bottom of the hill. I completely forgot that that's in this game. And it kind of shocked me for a second there to see them turn right and go up, because I felt like I hadn't seen this layout since Gran Turismo 6. Yo, I completely forgot we had this in this game. It's a much faster finish, last couple of corners, instead of having to go through that chicane there. The chicane was added to slow cars down as they entered that final corner, because eventually cars got very fast and they were getting pretty dangerous. That's also the reason why they changed the turn 1 from being a bank into the corner that we see now, was because cars were just flying off the banking. They were just getting up there. I believe it was a Formula 1 race that decided that. Might have been a sports car race. I'm a little rusty on my history. But I believe there were deaths. So it was that dangerous. Now, 750 has gotten past Superboy. I think I just heard somebody's tires doing a thing. But I don't see what happened to anyone, so we'll just stick to these two here. Wow, 750 with a huge penalty, 1.3 seconds, must have picked up a 1.5. Can we go back and see what gave him that big penalty? Because that's kind of crazy. Okay, it's just tacked on penalty. He's already sitting on half a second from some other cut. And then he picked up an additional 1 second. I see. Got it. So, Superboy is behind him, looking to get past him. Seems to be having a little trouble. The thing about Supra, or not Supra, but Fuji, is look how wide it is. You see it's super wide. It looks like there's plenty of space to make anything happen. Superboy having trouble with the line. But there's really only one fast line around Fuji. I mean, it almost doesn't matter that the racetrack is this wide. It's difficult to pass around here. In cars like this, dirty air isn't such an issue, but Fuji is known as a Formula track, a Formula 1 track, and other similar cars that work on downforce or use downforce a lot, and it's kind of notoriously difficult to pass in the dirty air because there's only really one fast line through it. 750's pulling away from Supra here. Supra didn't get such a good exit from that last corner, but he shouldn't get too lost here. He does have the slipstream, and so shouldn't fall too far behind 750. Up front, this battle between Hair Razor, Doug Barrow, and Bar is changing a bit. I think Bar just made a pass on Doug, but then something happened. Let me understand what just happened there, because that was very confusing for me. We are going to be Bar. Where Bar? Doug up front, Hair Razor behind. Oh, he brakes super late and he completely misses the corner. That's what happened. It is so easy to happen here at turn 1. First, you have literally a mile of straight road that you've just been on. It's very easy to get hypnotized. It's almost like highway hypnosis, where you just kind of aren't paying that much attention to anything except the bumper of the car ahead of you. That, coupled with the fact that you just had a mile's worth of slipstream, you're carrying a lot more speed than you think you are, and you have to brake super early to make that turn in those situations. So I'm guessing it was a mixture of both things that caught you out, Bar. Same. You know? Twins. Alright. Stop doing exciting things so I can finish getting these weights up. Thank you. I'm gonna leave it on this battle, and y'all commentate this battle, okay? Alright, cool. Thank you. Race weights go first. These are race 1 weights, and what we have here is Doug at 93%, Supra at 92%, Hair Razor at 91%, Bar at 90%, and Tap at 89%. Obviously, that order has changed, but that's where we are. Now, let me ask you this, because that doesn't sound right to me, because Tap started this racing first, didn't he? Am I tripping? And isn't the grid order based on... I don't know what the grid order is based on. But I thought it was based on standings order. Oh, y'all do a quali, right? But I don't get a replay for the quali. Sorry, I have not seen you guys race live. I forget that you do a qualifier. Okay, got it. So, how does quali work? Are you guys qualifying with just the base 87%? Or do you have to qualify with your full weight? Because that's funny if you have to qualify with your full weight. Hair Razor has stuck to Doug. That issue with Bar didn't deter him at all. He's just taking his place. But somehow, Doug is managing to keep him off of him. Doug goes all the way to the right to try to break the toe. And it looks like he's going to stay defensive here as Hair Razor tracks out wide to try to make this turn. Hair Razor breaks a little bit early, looking for perhaps an undercut, but Doug manages to break on time, keeps it tight, hits the apex perfectly, and he's going to keep the position there. Well defended by Doug. Bar is just a couple seconds behind them. Supra and 750 still going at it. They're side by side coming out of turn 1. Supra was up ahead a moment ago in the order, but it looks like maybe 750 got a better turn 1. Ooh, I thought they might go side by side through, what is the name of this corner? Why do I feel like it's got a number, like 130R? Or is it Yokohama? It's either that or it's Yokohama. But anyway, these two still battling it out between these two and Doug and Hair Razor. Those are our only battles. Tap is way up the road, just able to take it easy. Be nice to that car, be nice to its tires. Not these two, not Supra and 750, not Doug and Hair Razor. Bar, in fact, is probably working hard to catch up to Hair Razor and Doug so he can be right back in that mess. So full weight and quali. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Well, Doug managed to qualify in second. In fact, Doug, I believe Bar told me that you have clinched the championship. I think even if you skip the next 2 races, Supra, who is in second place, cannot take it from you. And I'm actually gonna pause the race here and bring up the standings because I don't have the standings overlaid on the race, and I don't want y'all to miss anything because we obviously have 2 very close battles. But, yeah, Doug is at the top of the championship standings. Oh, yeah, he's almost 100 points ahead of Supra. Got 406 points, Supra at 317. So at this point, even if Doug skips round 13 and 14, Supra cannot overtake him in the points. Well, this is round 13. So, yeah, 1 race to go. 50 minutes at Spa. I like Spa. Should be fun. Should be fun. All right, let's go back to it. This is Hair Razor all up in Doug's shit. Turn 1 shenanigans again for Supra and 750. Actually, I'm lying. There wasn't any shenanigans, but I wanted to say shenanigans. So I kind of hoped there had been, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like they got through it pretty neatly. We need some shenanigans. Shenanigans, if you will. Hairraiser somehow still isn't able to get past Doug, and it's making me wonder if he's even trying, because I don't think I've really seen him take a dive or make much of a move on Doug. Even when Doug went super defensive into turn 1, Hairraiser seemed to be content to just chill behind him. I wonder if Hairraiser is saving fuel behind Doug. That would be interesting to know. See if he's maybe trying to make a jump in the pits. Why don't we watch and see if he's short shifting? He doesn't have any more fuel in the car than Doug does, so I don't think that's what he's doing. Yeah, he's not short shifting it either. So I don't know. He just doesn't seem very aggressive. You know what I'm saying? There is a battle for third in the championship. We can go back and talk about that soon. Ooh, for the first time, it looks like Supra has maybe gotten some separation away from 750. And it doesn't even look like 750 was chasing his slip there. Ooh, 7 has to catch the rear coming around turn 1. And yep, Supra definitely with a little bit of breathing room. Obviously, one slide, one mistake, and 750 be right there, back all over him. But definitely got more breathing room than Doug does. Doug can't sneeze right now. If Doug sneezes, Hairraiser gets this position. Oh my gosh, what does that happen? Imagine, ooh, Doug wide in the last turn, second to last turn rather. No, that's not even the second to last. Wide in that turn. Takes a big ride in the grass, just with 2 wheels though, and manages to hold on to the position. Hairraiser was not able to capitalize on that, which is pretty surprising, to be honest. I'm not sure if maybe he also made his own mistake. There's a mistake there. Getting a bit squirrely coming out of the last turn. He is still going to be in Doug's slip, but just loses that much of an advantage. Ooh, and hits the wall coming in. But I think it's going to be okay. There shouldn't be a penalty for that or anything. So Hairraiser in, Doug in, Tap, Bar. Also in, saw Supra has tucked in as well. 750 inherits the race. The race lead, and he's going to try to get a fast in-lap here. Maybe a couple of fast laps out of traffic. See if maybe he can beat Supra out of the pits. That would be nice. You sneeze. Shouldn't sneeze. Should not sneeze. Oh! You did sneeze. Doug sneezed. I'm in Hairraiser's car, and there's no Doug ahead of him. There is a Doug behind him, though. So Doug out of the pits behind Hairraiser, still in front of Bar, but Bar is much, much closer now. And, well, you can only hope it's not because he's short-fueled. And looking at the fuel, it looks like Bar did indeed short fuel. So, once again, the question is, will Bar finish this race? Now, Superboy is out of the pits as well. 750 is about to enter the last corner. He's got a couple corners before that. We're going to see if he pits. And if he pits, does he come out ahead of or behind Supra? Oh, it's going to be behind regardless because he messes up one of the corners, one of the final corners. It's really tough in that part of the track. Yep, just out in some slippery stuff. Very easy to do that when you go wide in that corner. He's lucky he didn't completely slam into the wall. There's no damage in this race, but still slamming into the wall and having to hit reverse is pretty bad luck. So 750. If I'm 750, do I go ahead and pit? I guess so, because I mean, all of your hopes of getting a fast in lap are gone. I was gonna say that he should stay out for 2 laps, try to get 2 fast laps before he goes in, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That definitely messed him up. Type R is up front now, still not hitting. Just behind him is Tap back in actual first position. Track position is obviously second. But again, Type R still owes a pit stop. Hair Razor ahead of Doug, ahead of Bar. And then Supra pretty far away from these guys after having an issue at the start of the race. And here comes 750 coming out way behind Supra, who we just saw took turn 1. 750 is now in turn 1. And let's see, they were running together side by side in a lot of places, but now their gap is fucking gigantic. It's 5.5 seconds between these two drivers. Haven't heard much from Lone Ghost. Happy Pappy, they've been racing alone for this whole race. Just in it for the practice for the laps. Type R has actually been racing alone too, so and still is. Looks like that's Tap coming up behind him now, but Type R of course has to pit now. Well, not now, but has to pit eventually. Makes sense for them to pit now though, I would say. Hair Razor isn't that far away from Tap. He got in front of Doug and is actually away from Doug, and I wondered, because it felt like he had more pace, I wondered why he was stuck behind him for so long. It's only 2.2 seconds from Tap. Gotta keep an eye on that to see how long it takes for him to catch up. Or does he catch up? Bar, meanwhile, pretty close to Doug, almost there. I mean, in the braking zone for turn 1 at the same time. So I think Bar is playing catch up as well. Maybe Doug's struggling with the weight of that car at Fuji, because again, so much of it is that long straight. Is this Happy Pappy for a pass on Lone Ghost? Not a pass for position. I don't, well, okay, now it did change. For a second, it didn't look like it changed the position. What happened here? Lone Ghost got squirrely. Let's watch it from their point of view. They just came out of turn 1. This is turn 2. Yeah, big mistake coming out of turn 2. So that slows him down. And then here comes Happy Pappy with all that speed. Lone Ghost not able to keep it tight, but Happy Pappy just muscles through and gets that position over him. So the battle for not last, heated. Type R is still out on the track for some reason. Still has not pitted and is about to get lapped by Tap, in fact. Which, I mean, I guess, but I'm not sure why they've stayed out so long. There are 10 minutes left in the race. It's a 30-minute race. But they're here to lead the train and slow the leaders down a bit. This might get Hair Razor to catch up to Tap a little bit. Tap is going to want to get as good an exit on this last turn as possible. It looks like that's exactly what he was going for, going wide there. If we watch from Tap's point of view here. He gets up real close to him in the braking. And he goes very, very wide. But I think he went too wide. Yeah, he went too wide for sure. Still got a better exit than Type R. He's not going to get a slipstream. Looks like Type R is jumping into the pits now. And so Tap back up front. That was interesting on everybody's part. Tap, what happened there? Were you trying to like go super wide and then cut in the apex? But I think you went too wide. I think you ended up in that slippery stuff. You missed the apex completely. I thought you were looking to get a good run down the straight. So that's Type R in. Also, Lone Ghost hadn't hit it yet, so Happy Pappy making that pass was going to happen anyway. So now Type R and Lone Ghost are in the pits, and they will be the ones battling for not last. Unfortunately for Hair Razor, Well, or fortunately, I mean, it looks like Tap got slowed down a decent amount. He's only 1 second behind him. I thought he looked closer, but unfortunately for him, Type R wasn't around long enough to slow down Tap enough for him to get down to the bumper. But he's trying to get there of his own will and volition, and it was beneficial to him. Now, where is my broadcaster drinking water? Ask my assistant to bring that. Now this is Tap coming up on Happy Pappy. And there's Hair Razor as well. Now Happy Pappy is getting blue flags. You can see the flagger waving them there. And Happy Pappy lets Tap through. So Hair Razor still gets stuck behind him, but I'm imagining that he'll also let Hair Razor through. If you look at the flagger stations, like this one here, there's a digital one to the right. We just passed. You can see them waving that blue flag. That lets Happy Pappy know that he's about to get lapped by a race leader and that he needs to move out of the way. That's what the blue flag means. The person coming up to you is not racing you. There's another flagger station on the right. You get several warnings. On top of, you can't see it here in the replay. Oh yeah, you do. It says at the top of the screen where the mirror says, blue flag, give way to faster cars. So eventually Hair Razor's going to get up to him, and Happy Pappy's going to have to move out of his way. Looks like that corner did it. Now, Happy Pappy does not have to mess his own race up to get out of Hair Razor's way. He just has to give way when it's safe to do so, and that might mean braking earlier for a corner and leaving the inside open for the faster car, or moving to the side in the straight and maybe lifting a bit to let him by. But he does need to let Hair Razor by. He's signaling to the right for Hair Razor to pass by, but I think what he's not necessarily realizing is that Hair Razor's car is a little bit heavier. It's going to take him a little bit to get there. In fact, out of the slipstream, Hair Razor's struggling to get past him, but he gets there into the braking for turn 1, and that pass is made. Now Happy Pappy should be getting blue flags for Doug, who's also coming up behind him pretty soon here. But Hair Razor and Tap has been temporarily disrupted. It was a 1 second gap. It looks to be a bit bigger now. Let me double check it. Yeah, 1.5 seconds now. It was 1.1 last time. Hopefully, half and half. Hopefully, Hair Razor can get back up there and make a play for first in this race. I don't know. Has Hair Razor won any races this season? I guess while no one is really battling, we can take a look at the standings again to see if he has. Razor got 32 points for round 2. Is that a win? Purple means he won? I don't know. Oh, you know what? I gotta turn off that game night timer. Sorry if that's confusing you. That was from last night. Get rid of that. Alright, Bar is past Happy Pappy, as is Doug. So now they get to continue their race. Up front, Hair Razor continues to catch up to Tap. purple is fastest lap. Got it. Alright. Well then. I felt like I was missing something, so I got rid of the standings. But I don't think I was missing anything. This is bumper cam from Hair Razor's car. Tap is trying to keep him out of his slipstream. I don't think they're close enough for the slip yet. Unless, well, if slipstream is set to real, I think you just start to catch it at the 7/10 mark, and it looks like he's still over a second back from Tap. I don't think he's in the slip yet. But he seemed to get pretty close in the braking for turn 1 there. What's the gap? Oh yeah, it's less than a second now. 0.994 is the gap between these two drivers. And I expect that at some point it will come to an actual battle. Hair Razor again, quicker in that corner than Tap is. But being faster than somebody, having faster pace than somebody doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to beat them on a racetrack. It just means you can get up to their bumper. But racecraft is still important. There's 2 minutes left in this race. Wow, that's a lot of fuel in Lone Ghost's car. Half a tank in that thing. 750 with a lot of gas too. So, some inefficient refueling by some people in the pits, but makes no matter. Now Tap is really trying to break Hair Razor from the slipstream. He's definitely in it. Doesn't seem to be getting much closer, so maybe he's not quite there. I just want to quickly look at the gap. It's half a second. He was in the slip. It's not giving him that much of a toe though. Hair Razor tight in turn 1. Apex is a bit too early and ends up a little wide coming out of it. That slowed him down. He had to hesitate before he got back on the throttle. You see Tap jump away a little bit there. And it's the little things like that that you gotta try to minimize when you are racing, especially when you are fairly equal in pace with someone. When you're chasing them, you just want to avoid all of those mistakes. And Tap better in the last 2 corners, or Hair Razor better in the last 2 corners, gets right up to Tap. Now, this is the closest we've seen him. This will be the last lap, though. It's a 30-minute race. They've got 30 seconds left in it. So these few corners are going to be Hair Razor's final chance. That, or if he can get into Tap's slipstream and get a good run on him out of the last corner, he has a chance, because it's a while before you get to the finish line. And there's enough there to make a slipstream pass. I hope. I don't know if maybe in these cars there isn't, but Hair Razor looking for the best exit he can get. A little bit of a slide there, and that might have taken it away from him. Yeah, the slipstream effect just isn't going to be that great. I don't think he's going to catch Tap before they get to the start-finish. You can see the bridge right there indicating it, and that's that. Tap in first place, Hair Razor right behind him in second. Doug takes the line in third, and here comes Bart across in 4th place. 750 just came out of the last corner, and he is going to take 5th. Supra right here in the gold and black just behind him to take 6th. There he goes, taking that checkered flag, being waved right there. And then Type R is still going through the last couple of corners before he gets to cross the line. Happy Pappy has already taken the checker for 8th place, and Lone Ghost is going to come in finally for ninth at some point eventually. Bar finished the race with fuel in the car. Barely. But congratulations, Bar, on not running out. Calculated it well. He calculated it well. Is that everyone? Nope. Still waiting on Lone Ghost. Just came out of the last corner. He is short shifting for some reason. Why is he short shifting the Porsche? I don't know. But he gets through. Alright, that was race 1. That was race 1. Let's get our podium pick up. Oh, I don't have it yet. Bar. God damn it. Where's the podium pick? Shit. Fuck, Bar. Let me stop. Thank you. And then we're going to take our break, of course. You know, let us stretch. Let us get a drink of water. Let us do what needs to be done. Forever and amen. Bar slow again. Sheesh. Nope, no worries. Alright, send me the race 2 weights as well once you got those, and I'll be back in about 3 minutes. See y'all. What's up? I'm back. You probably heard me typing. Yeah. For some reason, the period key is my keyboard shortcut to unmute my mic, and I have not changed it. So every time I type a period, I unmute my mic. Anyway, I was typing to you so I can get these race 2 weights. Go ahead and get to downloading this here replay. I feel like this song has been playing forever. Alright, let's talk race weight. Doug at 93% for this race. That doesn't seem right. Why would Doug be at 93% for this race? He did not win. Race weights. I know I... Don't do this. Why aren't you updating? Do you not like... That's so weird. It's pointing to the right file with tap, hair, razor, Doug, bar, super as the order. But it doesn't like it. Or something. I don't know what's up with that. Let me see something. Yeah, that is race 1. It is pointing to the right race 2 file with the right order, but like I said, it's not switching to it. So this seems to be a Streamlabs issue, and I'm hoping I don't have to start Streamlabs over to fix it, because that means ending my stream. And that, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Huh. I think my disk might be full, which also doesn't sound right. No, it's not. It's not what you sent me. Bar. I've got plenty of free space. My disk is not full. So why are you saying my disk is full with these 2 files? All right, let me try to save that screenshot again. Computer's just being weird. It's just being weird. It's like you're out of space, but I'm not. But I'm not though. All right. Did you like it this time? I'm getting the same error. All right. Well, fuck it. We don't need race weights. We'll just watch the race. So let's do that. Well, actually, let me try this one more time. This one. I didn't do this. Nope. Doesn't want to do it. and that's fine. I'm not gonna reboot and all that shit. I'm in the middle of a stream, so we'll just deal with what we've got. Y'all be alright. You know what weight you had. Let's see. Who do we have starting up front? We've got Boo Fushidara starting up front. Boo wasn't even in the first race. But he's here today. Type R in second, Super in third. We're a little out of order now because we've started the race and I didn't go through it before, but let's just watch him go through turn one because it's fun. You guys all look like colorful Skittles. Ooh, Super taking a big ride on the inside of turn one, and I don't even know how he ended up having to do that. How does that work? What? How do you start that line? Gotcha. Got on the throttle out in that slippery stuff and had to take a little bit of a ride in the grass. Boo will have a drive-through right as per the custom. I'm guessing Boo has a prior engagement on Saturday, so we can't make the first race. Anyway, he's here for the second race. This is the sprint race. It's a 20-minute race. No pit stop mandatory. Had some touching there between Doug and others. And Super's having a hard time keeping the car on the track, it looks like. Hopefully he gets that together. Somehow he hasn't lost second place, but he has lost a lot of time to Boo, who has to take a pit stop anyway. But Supra just kind of all over the place and doing pretty poorly in this first lap. Doug is looking to take advantage of that. Gets a little bit of a hip check, I think. There. Oh, got very lucky not to get swiped by Supra coming through there. And they both are battling for track position through the last turn. Supra trying to get up under him there. In fact, he ends up slowing himself down. And now you've got Bar right up under his wing. Same for Tap and Type R. Both drivers tucked up under somebody's wing, trying to get a position in the slip. Bar is going to dive to the inside of Super while Super looks for a slip from Doug. And that slip from Doug seemed to help him, but outbreaks himself for turn one. Bar and Doug easily able to slip underneath him. He's leaning on Bar, looking to try to get second place back as they enter turn two. But he has to settle for third place here. So Doug and Bar through ahead of Supra by the second lap. And we had some battles back here too. Tap obviously got past Type R, got past Hair Razor in fact. So Tap up into fourth place from the back. Hair Razor just behind him. And maybe Hair Razor is actually following Tap. I'm not really sure. Type R 750, Happy Pappy, all the way in the back, and Boo has already taken their drive-through and now sits in the very, very back of the pack by a lot. The pit lane at Fuji is incredibly long, as we've seen, and so it's a very long drive-through penalty. Leads with Bar and Supra behind after a mighty battle to take that position away from Supra. Hair Razor gets out of Tap's slipstream and looks to go side by side with him towards the braking for turn one. Can he edge out ahead of him? They're entering the braking zone now. And now it's up to Hair Razor to get a good line through here. He goes and tracks wide to make sure to cut off that exit from Tap and takes the position. Hair Razor into fourth place. Now looking to maybe catch up to the three ahead, Supra, Bar, and Tap. getting a little bit wide in that last turn there, but didn't seem to have lost him too much time. You know what? Why don't we take a lap around Fuji? I don't remember the corner names. I wish I could say I did. I definitely don't in this layout, but we're just going to enjoy the lap from Doug's point of view. Here's the last turn onto the start finish straight. Takes it pretty well perfect. Pretty well perfect. I don't know how to speak English. Takes it pretty perfectly. Anyway, long start finish. You got the grandstands to your left, the long pit lane to the right, VIP stalls up above the pit stalls, and then hard into the brakes, another grandstand to the left here. I never even noticed that. For turn one, a sharp hairpin is turn one, so make sure you make it. Ooh, we got fighting behind Supra through in front of Bar rather in turn one there, but we're gonna stay with Doug. In fact, we missed that turn. My bad. No, we're starting this over. We're starting this lap over. All right. Let me focus on what's important. This lap. Turn one. Hairpin. Hard on the brakes. Make sure you don't miss it, or else you're gonna go straight. Turn one. Kinks out, and then turn two. One of my most inconsistent corners. And turn three is even more inconsistent for me, but it's a big long sweeper here. It's hard to get just right. Doug keeps it nice and tight through there. Does a good job, I think. I don't know. What do I know? Turn four, tracks out wide. It opens up much wider than you think it does. And then turn 5 and 6 are both full throttle downhill bombs to the lowest point of the course. And here, you see that chicane over to the right. We skip it. It's just a 90-degree right-hand turn. And we enter the final sweeping corners as we start the climb back up the hill to the start-finish straight. Video games don't do this justice. It is very steep climbing this hill here. But you can kind of tell, even in the game, it looks pretty steep. And then Doug is through the final corner again and back up into that start-finish straight. That is a lap around Fuji Speedway. Boom. Bar somehow got back ahead of Supra after that, so that battle has turned out to be a battle. But Tap and Hairraiser are actually starting to catch up to these two. So Bar and Supra are going to want to get it together because eventually Tap and Hairraiser are going to want to come through as well. Granted, they're both carrying extra weight. I can tell you their weights. I cannot show you their weights, but Tap has 93% weight on that car. It's the highest weight. Hairraiser is just below him at 92%. Doug at 91%, Bar at 90%, and 750 at 89%. Supra is carrying no extra weight on his car, so he is at 87% weight. And you know what? Tap and Hairraiser are there, so this has become a four-way battle for second. Bar trying to hold off Supra, and now it's going to also be trying to hold off Tap and Hairraiser. Doug, meanwhile, is nowhere to be seen. He is completely out of sight up the road, enjoying himself a nice Sunday drive at the foot of the iconic Mount Fuji. So, you know, with Fuji-san overlooking his beautiful Sunday drive, what can go wrong for Doug? Supra lost positions. Didn't even see it happen. So let's go back. So here he is behind Bar. I promise I was actually watching. So I'm like, how these position losses must have been smooth as hell. I see. He ends up going super wide in the corner, out in that dirty stuff. That's Tap coming through on him, and then Hairraiser's gonna run him a little bit wide and try to get underneath him for the final turn, but it doesn't work out that way. and he ends up just tucking behind Supra. Supra lost the position to Tap there in the final corners of the lap, and now looks to have to defend from Hair Razor. But Bar now with Tap, the last race winner, having come up behind from the back of the pack, is now on him. Ooh, and Bar very wide in turn one. Very wide coming through the exit of turn one, rather. That lets Tap get a little bit closer, but it's not close enough to make a move. So Bar pretty lucky there, but as you see, tires were very dirty, and turn two definitely messed him up enough to give Tap an opportunity to get that position, and he does. After Doug takes that huge slide there, not much he could have done there, unfortunately, except maybe brake super early and try to be in Tap's way. But dirty tires catching Bar out there, and he loses a position. So Tap up into second place, even though he started this race towards the back and with the heaviest weight in his car. Wow! Everyone gets a little squirrely there, but Supra loses the most time, and things are still happening up ahead between Hair Razor and Bar up there. As you can see, Tap is staying out of it, but Bar is looking to get this position back from Hair Razor. And if he's not careful, he'll slow them both down to the point where they won't catch Tap again. But Hair Razor up the inside, Bar up the inside of Hair Razor, and he's going to get the run on him there. Hair Razor looks to get his slip so as to not get left behind. And Bar is trying to decide, am I going to defend this or not? Hair Razor looks to be making the decision for him. You are defending this. I've got the outside line. Bar's got to keep it tight here. Good exit out of turn one. They haven't lost Tap yet, but that definitely slowed them down. And where's Supra? Supra's a bit behind them. Been having trouble controlling that car as well as they have. Big cut in turn two. I think that's going to be a penalty for him. Yep, and it is 0.9. But he should be okay to get rid of it. Boo, meanwhile, has made his way from incredibly last place, yes, incredibly last place, that's an official position, into not last. He's up ahead of Happy Pappy. Just a little update for the back markers there. I missed a lot there in lap 6, turn 11 and 12. What did I miss? I was right there with you guys. Who was it between? Bar, Hair Razor, still side by side in these final corners. And again, if they don't start to work together, Tap is just going to run away from them with second place. There is an opportunity to catch him, to still get second. He has a heavier car than both of these drivers. Me, Razor, Tap. I was just watching all that. I missed it. Which turns are 11 and 12? So we were here when I started commentating on all that, because I remember you guys hit this right-hander here, and Supra went way crazy because he cut the corner by a lot. Lost quite a bit there. And then I noticed that, yeah, you guys were going through it. So I started watching it from Supra's bumper to see how you all were doing. We seen it. We seen it. It was crazy, but y'all were none the worse for the wear. And then you and Hair Razor continue battling. I'm going to go back to lap 7. Just to keep it moving along, back into turn 2 here. Bar, Hair Razor racing each other very hard behind Tap. We have about half the race left to go, a little less, 9 minutes. But these two are going at it real hard. Doug isn't even in the same sector now as the rest of the field, so he's definitely just taking some practice laps. Tap also getting to take practice laps now, but still doesn't have much breathing room. Bar and Hairraiser are still pretty close behind him. Supra wide again in that last corner there. Just not really able to manage the car very well and stay in the top 5. Well, he's in the top 5, but barely. He's not in the battle for it. And 750 is pulling up on him right now. So 750 and Supra are going to get back to battling the same fight that we saw in the first race. Bar going defensive into turn 1, just trying to keep Hairraiser out of his slip. He's going to track out to get the best turn in possible. And these two seem inseparable now. Where is 750 on Supra? Not quite on him, so nothing to see here. The action is all with Bar and Hairraiser. I thought so. For some reason, I felt like Boo was also making his way up to somebody, but I think we're going to stick with the action between Hairraiser and Bar as, well, they are in a fight for 3rd place. 3rd place in the championship, but also 3rd place in the race. Slipstream range here, so all he's got to do is get a good run in this last turn. Though we've seen the Slipstream isn't giving drivers that much. Bar veers right to try and break it, but yep, Hairraiser is right in it, and he's gonna break out of the Slipstream now to try to make this move on Bar. He's gonna get a nose ahead, but it's not gonna be enough. Breaks early, looking for the undercut. Bar covers it. Makes sure that he's in the way, and Hairraiser still not able to get anything on Bar. He looks to try to act like he's going to take a dive here. Wouldn't get a position even if he did. That is not a passing point in this track. Not really. Goes to the outside of Bar here. That's not going to get him anything, but you can tell he's pressuring Bar, just trying to force him into a mistake, maybe. Bar, ice cold, keeping it together, keeping the car on the right line, keeping tight in the corners. Oh, Supra just caught air. Oh, I'm glad I caught that. I think that is the 3rd time I've seen Supra cut that corner extremely. He normally just gets a penalty, but that time absolutely murdered him. Yeah, he goes flying to the outside of the track, goes so far that it resets him. So he's going to lose a couple of positions doing that. We'll see it from his point of view. Boom. Ends up here. And it sends him all the way back. There goes 750, and there goes Boo. And now Type R as well. So Supra down into 8th place when I believe he was leading this race at some point. And so he's lost a lot there. Hairraiser and Bar still going at it. I thought you guys were friends. I'm going hard. Boo, mind you, is up to 6th place. He's almost in the top 5 after starting in the he started in the front, had to take a drive-through penalty, and then he was in the back by well over 10 seconds. But now He's cut through a lot of this field to get himself up into 6th place, and he's got 5 more minutes to try to get 5th from 750. Barr, meanwhile, finally loses that position to Hair Raiser. Let's go back and watch the pass happen. Looks like they are, looks like Hair Raiser's in his slip again. And this time, feigns like he's not gonna go take the corner on the inside, but he does. Nice move by Hair Raiser there, actually. Let's watch that again from Hair Raiser's point of view. So he starts to track out, acting like he's going to take the outside like he's been doing before, and then boom, changes his mind, dives inside. You can see Barr tries to lean on him, but it's too late. The move is made, and Hair Raiser's in there. Very, very nice pass. Good feint for the position. Not a whole lot Barr could have done there, really. Because, hey, that also could not have worked out for Hair Raiser, but he does a good job in the braking to get that to work. But Barr still has time to try and get the position back. The pass was pretty clean, and Barr did a good job to keep up with him and not lose too much to him. In fact, he's right back up on his bumper. Wanted to check on Boo, see if he's caught up to anyone. Ooh, both cars getting pretty squirrely there in that downhill right-hander. Sorry, that bottom of the hill right-hander. Let's see if chase cam. Let's see what they both did. Just disturbing the car on the curb. Hair Raiser got the worst of it. So Barr's got a lot of practice at this track. He is turning in just right, clipping the apexes just right. It's harder than you think in those last few corners. They're weird. Yes, weird. Just weird corners. But Barr doing a great job in them. And he is in Hair Raiser's slip, but as you see, it's excruciatingly slow. It's not quite enough to overtake even in that long straight, but it is enough pick up speed on someone. He acts like he's gonna break to the inside, and that works. That fake out works. He gets Hair Raiser to go wide. Hair Raiser thinking that Barr might dive on him. Hair Raiser misses his braking, and now Barr's up front. Both of you are tricksy little hobbitses. Let's watch that pass back again. Let's go back a little further from Barr's bumper. Barr sticks to the inside like, I'm going to dive on you, but he doesn't. Hair Raiser looking to avoid it, maybe looking in his mirror a little bit too much. He goes super wide in the turn, and Barr takes the position away from him. So he's back into 3rd place. Both drivers making incredible passes into turn 1 on each other. And now they've got a little less than 3 minutes to keep this battle going. Might see another turn 1 pass. Boo is a bit closer to 750 now. I think pretty soon we'll see an attempt at a pass there. I think we have at least 2 more laps in this race. So he should get a chance at coming all the way back up into the top 5 of the race. Once again, they are not just battling for 3rd place on the track. They're also battling for 3rd place in the standings. As you can see here, Hair Raiser has 278 points, I think that says, yes. And Barr has 260 points just behind him. So Barr really, really wants this position. wants to take these points away from Hellraiser. I don't think it's going to be enough points to overcome him just yet, but every point counts. There's only 2 races left in the season. 2 race weekends left in the season. I mean, what Bar really wants is not only to beat Hellraiser, but for Hellraiser to crash out and lose some positions and finish way down in the points order on him in this race and the next race. One can only hope, right, Bar? Mind you, with all this fighting, these two still aren't all that far from Tap, which says all you need to know about the weight that Tap's carrying in that car. Doug, however, is pretty much out of the picture and has been this entire time. Just has not been bothered all race long, pretty much. Well, Bar and Hellraiser are coming into the weird corners, meaning they're coming to the end of the lap. And we may see another attempt at a pass in turn 1 here, because they've got 10 seconds left, and I don't think they're going to cross the line in time. So this actually might be the last chance. Nope. I don't know how the game counts this. Does it count it as, yeah, that's the race finish. That's it. So no other chance in turn 1 for Hellraiser. So Bar gets the position over him. Doug is going to finish in first place. He already crossed the line before the 20-minute mark. So he's got to finish up a lap. He can go as slow as he wants, though. He pretty much owns first place, and you can see him. He's driving like it. Clinches the championship here. Tap takes the checker in second. Bar in third. Hellraiser fourth. Boo did make it up into 5th place. Oh my gosh, let's go see it. Let's go see it happen. When does he pass 750? Oh my gosh, it happened a long time ago. What? All right. Lap 11. Turn 1 pass. Ooh, around the outside. And he forces 750 inside, and 750 completely misses the corner. So Boo putting the moves on 750 there. You can see, watch this. Hold on, let's just go from the last corner, because I want to see 750 trying his best to break the toe, weaving, which actually isn't legal in racing. Just trying his best to break the toe from Boo. Boo able to get it, gets around the outside, but refuses to budge. 750 trying to get him to move to the left to give him room, but Boo does that, owe that to him. In fact, that is the best way to make a pass around the outside on someone, is once they go defensive, you keep them defensive, because now they have to brake super early for the corner, or risk what just happened to 750, go out wide. And so Boo, with that position, that's how he got 5th place, and that's how we finished the race. I'm going to fast forward back to the finish. And then we're just going to wait on Doug to cross the line. He'll be the last to cross, but he will cross in first place. He will cross as the champion of this 2nd season of GTRC. Well, actually, I don't know if this is the 2nd season. This is just the 2nd season I've commentated on. Is this the 2nd league season you've done, Bar? Doug taking what is actually a parade lap, just as slowly as you expect, flashing the lights for the camera. Just champion things, you know. No need to rush. I won. I did all the rushing. Now it's time to relax. Tap is 10 points behind you now, Bar. You need a win and the fastest lap next race. Woo. Razor is missing the last race. Oh, wow. So, okay. Well, Doug, are you going to continue racing for the last race now that you've clinched? Or are you going to stay out of it to give Bar a chance at that win. What kind of friend are you gonna be, Doug? What kind of friend are you gonna be? You gonna get in the race and take that position from your buddy so we can't win second place in the championship? Third place? Third place. Or are you gonna be that guy and step down to give Bar a real chance at first place? What are you gonna do? You're gonna race. Bad friend. Who? Of course. Of course. Thanks, Tap. Worst friend ever. Worst friend. No, but congratulations, Doug. Good job. Good job there. Bar, fantastic job. Fantastic race. Good job getting third place. Tap, you, of course, won the first one. Came up to second place for this second one as well. Everyone raced pretty well. Boo, I don't know if Boo watches the stream, but Boo with a huge run from last place by several seconds, last place, to get into the top 5 of a race at Fuji Speedway of all places. Huge track, huge track. Good job, y'all. Good job. Thank you. Thank you for complimenting my commentating. I try. Appreciate y'all. Well, next week, y'all. Next week is going to be my last time commentating for you for a bit. I have to take this time to focus on my event that I put on in the spring. It's called Pride at the Dragon. It is an event I've done several years now for queer car enthusiasts. We go out to the tail of the dragon for 4 days, and I mean, it's about the driving, right? But like, really, it's a nice hangout. We up in the Appalachian Mountains, up in the Smokies, at a beautiful resort, and we're surrounded by fantastic roads. So, you know, it's fantastic. It's magic. And I opened up registration for that last week, and now it's time to put in work and get through what I like to call my sales cycle, because it sounds cool, right? This is my sales cycle, but no, this is just the ramp up to the actual event, selling registrations and the like. Jealous. I mean, don't be jealous. I mean, both queer people and allies are welcome. So if you want to come, you're more than welcome to come. Or share with your friends. Share the website. Here. This is my website. You can find all the information about my event that you need there. So, I'll see y'all next week. And then me and Bar will work out when or if I'm coming back to commentate with you guys later. But I'm trying to get another great commentator to take my place. As soon as I know the dates for next season, I'll reach out to him and see if he wants to do it. Alright, y'all. Getting out of here. Getting out of here. Have a good night.